I love drinking tea, and depending upon the brew, I can find tea relaxing, refreshing, or invigorating. I make many of the teas from the leaves and the flowers that grow in my garden, and sometimes from the roots. And this root is one of my favourites. It's turmeric. And after a long hot day in the garden, it's a real treat to beat the heat and the humidity. Making turmeric tea is really easy. I've given it a good scrub. You don't need to peel it. All you do is slice it finely. Now I'll just let that simmer on a low heat for 20 minutes and it'll be ready. Don't worry, I haven't left it unattended. Somebody's going to keep an eye on it. Now let me show you some of my other favourite plants for brewing a cuppa. The next comes from the leaves of these two plants, Moroccan mint and native lemongrass. This Moroccan mint is really potent, and tea just made from its leaves is enough to decongest you when you've got a heavy cold. I've been growing this Moroccan mint here for 15 years. It's got a timber edge to stop it from running away. It likes plenty of sunshine and moisture, and it's dead easy to propagate from cuttings. This is slightly different. This native grass is bomb-proof. It resists heat, drought, fire and frost, and it grows so quickly from seed. If they're saved fresh, they'll be growing within 3 or 4 days after sowing. The trick to growing this plant really is to give it good drainage, and when the seed heads are forming, bag them, otherwise the seed will blow away at the lightest breeze. Now this plant will grow in a nature strip. As long as it's got plenty of sun, it'll grow in a pot as well. This pot plant is now 3 years old. All I do is chop off the daggy ends, chop up the lemongrass so that it fits into the pot, and add the mint. Now I'll let that steep for 5 minutes, and when I pour it out, I'll add a little bit of honey and it'll be perfect. The next tea comes from two of my favourite plants in my garden. This is true cinnamon, Cinnamomum verum, and it's the old leaves that I use. These here, you can see they're quite thick and they have a very mild flavour. Now the rest is from that plant that grows over there. I must show you. This is my favourite hibiscus, cranberry hibiscus, and I grow it for food. You can eat the flowers and the leaves. The leaves can be eaten raw or cooked, and they have a lovely bitter tone which goes well in curries and salads. Now it's a beautiful flowering plant, but the flowers have now shriveled and closed up for the day. In fact, you can set your watch by it. However, I knew this would happen, so I've made some tea and I've steeped it, and you can see it's got rather a nice rosy colour. I'll give this lime a good squeeze. Now adding the cinnamon, I'll let that steep a little bit longer, and I've got an enlivening spiced tea. Now I better check that turmeric. Oh, that looks perfect. And now to finish it off, I'm going to add a shot of Tahitian lime juice and a teaspoonful of honey. So, for a really refreshing cuppa, you need not look any further than your own backyard. These teas can be served hot or chilled, and nothing tastes as good as garden fresh. Now, if you don't mind, I reckon I've earned this. Cheers.